You're 29 years old, 3 years into your career as a doctor, and drowning in debt, medical school loans, family expenses, a father whose treatment costs more every month than you earn. You tell yourself it's temporary. Work harder, take extra shifts, survive another year, then everything changes in a single night. An ambulance arrives carrying a man with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. No identification, no insurance, no police report. Just 3 nervous men demanding immediate treatment. Hospital policy says report it. The law says report it. Your supervisor says report it. But one of the men quietly places a thick envelope on the counter. $20,000. More money than you make in months. Help him, he says. You hesitate, not because you don't know what's right, because you know exactly what's right. And you know exactly how much your father's next treatment costs. You operate. You skip the paperwork. You erase certain details from the records. The patient survives. The hospital never learns the truth. The police never ask questions. 3 days later, another envelope arrives. Inside is $50,000 and a phone number. You stare at it for nearly an hour. Then you call. That single phone call changes the rest of your life. At first, the work seems harmless. A criminal gets injured during a robbery. A gang member needs stitches after a knife fight. A smuggler needs antibiotics, but doesn't want questions. You tell yourself you're still helping people. You're still saving lives. You're just choosing not to ask where those lives come from. The money arrives quickly. Your debts disappear. Your father receives better treatment. Your apartment becomes larger. Your car becomes newer. Your excuses become easier. Every compromise feels small. Every compromise feels temporary. That's how corruption works. Not with one giant decision, with hundreds of tiny ones. 1 year later, your secret practice is thriving. You have 2 phones. One for legitimate patients. One for people who operate outside the law. The second phone never stops ringing. You become known as someone reliable, someone discreet, someone who understands that silence has value. The criminals trust you, and trust is profitable. Soon you're earning more in a month from illegal patients than you earn in a year from legal ones. You start manipulating records regularly, changing blood test results, hiding injuries, creating fake diagnoses, producing medical certificates for people who should be in prison. Every forged document earns thousands. At first you feel guilty. Then you stop feeling guilty. Then you stop noticing. That transformation scares you more than anything, because you remember when these decisions used to bother you. Now they feel routine. The second year brings bigger opportunities. A local crime boss approaches you personally, not through intermediaries, not through anonymous phone calls. Directly, he offers a contract, exclusive medical support, 24-hour availability, a private clinic, unlimited equipment, security protection, and more money than you ever imagined possible. You accept. The clinic becomes a fortress. Criminals, traffickers, corrupt politicians, money launderers, smugglers, they all become your patients. Some arrive with bullet wounds. Some arrive with injuries from torture. Some arrive carrying secrets that could destroy entire organizations. You treat them all. No questions. No judgment. No records. No witnesses. You tell yourself you're only a doctor. You tell yourself you're not responsible for what happens after they leave. But deep down, you know that's a lie. Every life you save creates consequences. Every criminal who survives because of you returns to the streets, returns to violence, returns to crime, returns to victims. And you know it. One night, a teenager arrives, 16 years old, shot during a gang operation. The bullet misses his heart by centimeters. You save him. 4 months later, you see his face on the news. 3 people dead. Armed robbery. The teenager survived because of you. Now others didn't. For the first time in years, you struggle to sleep. But the money keeps coming. And money has a way of silencing uncomfortable thoughts. The third year introduces politics. That's when things become truly dangerous. Criminals are predictable. Politicians aren't. A powerful government official contacts you. Not because he's injured, because he wants help hiding evidence, medical records, drug tests, psychiatrique évaluation. You realize something important. The people running the system are sometimes just as corrupt as the people hiding from it. Soon you're protecting senators, business executives, police commanders, people who publicly speak about justice while privately paying you to destroy evidence. You become more than a doctor. You become a weapon. Information passes through your hands constantly. Blood reports, DNA results, addiction records, mental health evaluations, secrets worth millions, secrets worth careers, secrets worth lives. Everyone trusts you because everyone assumes you're protecting them. What they don't realize is that you're collecting leverage, insurance, protection. If someone ever tries to eliminate you, you have files capable of destroying them. You build encrypted archives, hidden backups, copies stored across multiple locations. You no longer think like a doctor. You think like a survivor. Years pass. Your wealth grows. Your influence grows. Your paranoia grows faster. Every unexpected phone call feels dangerous. Every unfamiliar vehicle feels suspicious. Every knock at the door makes your heart accelerate. Because you know too much. Far too much. You know which politicians accept bribes, which police officers leak information, which businessmen fund criminal organizations, which criminals secretly cooperate with law enforcement. You're carrying enough secrets to start a war, and everyone knows it. The first assassination attempt happens during your 7th year. A patient dies on your operating table. A major figure, someone powerful, someone dangerous. His organization blames you. 3 gunmen wait outside your home. You survive only because your security team spots them first. The next day you realize something terrifying. No amount of money can buy safety forever. You spend millions increasing protection. Armored vehicles, private guards, secure locations, emergency escape plans. Yet fear follows you everywhere because the threat isn't one enemy. It's hundreds. Some want your skills. Some want your silence. Some want your secrets. And some simply want revenge. The 8th year brings federal investigators. They're patient, methodical. They don't raid your clinic immediately. They watch, listen, track financial transfers, monitor communications, build cases, one piece at a time. You know they're getting closer. You can feel it. Informants disappear. Operations become disrupted. Several associates are arrested. The walls are closing in. For the first time since that envelope appeared years ago, you seriously consider leaving. Disappear. Take the money. Start over somewhere else. But corruption creates its own prison. You can't simply walk away. Too many people know you. Too many people depend on you. Too many people fear what you might reveal. Leaving could be more dangerous than staying. Then the inevitable happens. A patient arrives requiring emergency surgery. You recognize him instantly. Not because he's famous, because he's one of the government's most wanted criminals. The reward for information alone is enormous. You stand over the operating table, and suddenly every decision you've ever made is standing beside you. The first envelope, the forged reports, the erased records, the lives saved, the lives ruined, the fortune, the fear, the lies. Everything leads to this moment. If you save him, you continue down the same path. If you report him, entire criminal networks could collapse. But reporting him could also expose you, destroy you, possibly kill you. Your hands hover over the surgical instruments. The clock is running. The patient is dying. And for the first time in years, money isn't the most important factor in your decision. Because you've learned something after nearly a decade as a corrupt doctor. The hardest part was never breaking the rules. The hardest part was becoming someone capable of breaking them repeatedly. And now, staring at the man whose survival could change everything, you realize the question isn't whether you can save his life. The question is whether saving it will finally destroy your own. The monitors continue beeping. The investigators continue watching. Your enemies continue waiting. And your next decision may be the last one you ever get to make.